Harvey Dock is our referee, the 52-year-old from New Jersey. 357 bouts into his career.
You received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Good luck.
He's refereed 2 Lopez fights. He's never refereed an Ortiz fight. Strangely, 2 good outs for Teofimo. The shocking loss to Camposis Jr. included in that. Earlier tonight, we had a conversation about Teofimo Lopez and how he has performed best when there is chaos surrounding him. That is not the case. He has spent a good part of this year with his son settling him down, with a calm businessman approach. What do you expect out of Teofimo tonight?
Well, right now, I can just tell you this. I'm surprised that Ortiz came out in the southpaw stance. It's brilliant. He'll be able to slow down the pace a little bit, and that's going to allow Ortiz to set up shop. Lopez, on the other hand, when he comes forward, when he has to be an aggressor, he tends to make mistakes. Just look at him when he throws his right hand, his opposite hand will drop. That will give Ortiz opportunities to be able to land counters. As of right now, the strategy right now for me is favoring Ortiz. No punches have been landed by either guy, but if he can make Lopez punch, initiate offense, and he can make him miss and make him pay, he can win these rounds.
You note Jamaine Ortiz, the challenger, coming out in that southpaw stance. He will switch stances. He is naturally right-handed, but in other sports, he can be a lefty and feel great about it. He throws a ball left-handed.
And Ortiz, to me, he fights better off his back foot. And he's a better counter-puncher from the southpaw stance. Right now, he's using lateral movement, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do, is have Lopez come forward, look to initiate offense. Again, Lopez, very explosive, but if you make him miss, there's an opening for him to make him pay as well. Lopez stocking well. Not getting hit with anything crazy or foolish. Still staying responsible with his reflexes. It's early right now in the fight. However, he's trying to close the distance to Ortiz.
Tries to do so with the right hand behind that jab.
Good jab from Ortiz.
Ortiz doubles up that jab and came with that southpaw left hand.
See, sometimes when you have athleticism, similar to like a Roy Jones, they break rules. They don't always follow the system. You know, technically, they don't follow the system. Teo is that type of fighter. And right now, see the counter right there from Ortiz? Just a little bit off the mark. Wasn't anything hard.
Well, you mentioned Roy Jones, obviously one of the ultimate rule breakers, a guy that could fight you with his hands behind his back. Teofimo, whenever the conversation gets to his level of athleticism, we always come upon that common descriptive of he's twitchy. He's dynamic, viper-like twitchy.
But he makes mistakes, Tess. He drops the opposite hand when he shoots his right hand down to the body against a southpaw. You saw that against Sandro Martin. You saw that in the lab. There'll be opportunities. And there's opportunities like this, Tess, where Ortiz can get physical and get a little bit more aggressive in the inside and try to steal these rounds.
Coming to the end of round number 1. Junior welterweight world championship fight.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours.
Ortiz still southpaw. Switch hitter. Comes in behind that jab and lands that left hand to the body.
It's a technical battle right now. A battle for position. Southpaw versus orthodox. Getting that lead foot outside. Again, you got more stocking coming. You have Lopez trying to cut off the ring, trying to trap Ortiz, get him against the ropes, have his moments. Pushing the fight, the tempo, the pace of the fight as well. And Ortiz just laying back, waiting on an opportunity, waiting on a mistake of Lopez. Good feint right there.
Stay off his head. Let's go. We good. I got it. We good.
I like the no respect right there from Ortiz. Pushing his head down. Getting off with a combination and getting off to the side. The southpaw position, as of right now, I think, has Teofimo López a little bit puzzled, but however, all it takes is one punch from Teofimo López, and the fight can change in the blink of an eye.
You know, you mentioned just moments ago that you like what you saw of Ortiz there. That was noticeable when he had his first big step up against Lomachenko as well.
But he died out.
At the end, he did.
Yes.
He fought the early rounds and the middle rounds really well, and then it took a rally by Lomachenko late for Loma to pull that out against Ortiz.
And his condition is going to get tested tonight because you have López coming forward and putting that constant pressure on him. And that's mental. That causes mental fatigue, and also it causes an opponent to somewhat panic. Ortiz right now, you see him getting off into the center of the ring. That's where he belongs, in the center of the ring. Against the ropes, that's a terrible position. And Tess, that was very unorthodox right there.
It was.
Very out of the blue. Nice sneaky right hand, almost a leaping right hand from López. Those are the shots you got to be careful of López, because he's extremely athletic, and you don't see those punches coming.
He will spring off his feet and lunge with punches, whether it's the jab or a lead right hand. We saw that in that sensational performance against Josh Taylor.
Good
right
shot.
hand from López. Teofimo lands flush there in the closing moments of round number 2. Ortiz trying to catch him coming in. But López gaining confidence against the upstart.
To be able to counter. Good uppercut from Teo. Just following the head of Ortiz.
Trying to sweep around with that right hand. It was mostly blocked. There's an uppercut on the inside from Ortiz. As Teofimo shakes it off, laughs it off, and goes right back to the center of the ring. But Ortiz, with that combination punch, did score on the inside against the champion.
But can he keep this pace up? Can he keep this focus and concentration all the way through? He lost focus in the Lomachenko fight. Let's see if he learned from that. And let's see if he knows how to manage his energy. You got to know how to manage your energy throughout the course of 12 rounds. Again, López missing. A fighter hates when he misses. Can't stand it when he can't track down his opponent. It's hard to really get your rhythm when you can't land anything on your opponent. Really good tactical battle right now. Tactical and technical battle by Ortiz.
Left hand from Ortiz as López came forward.
Good shot by
The
López.
right hand able to find a home.
Good counter.
Stop at the bell.
See the quick hands of Teofimo.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours. Opzelura is the first and only FDA-approved prescription treatment for non-segmental vitiligo. Proven to help repigment skin over time, restoring what's yours. It's possible with a steroid-free cream that you can apply yourself.
Opzelura can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB or hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts occurred with Opzelura. In people taking JAK inhibitors, serious infections, increased risk of death, lymphoma, other cancers, and major cardiovascular events have occurred. The most common side effects were acne and itching where applied.
Repigmentation is possible. Ask your dermatologist today about starting or refilling Opzelura. Pursue it.
Look at this crowd at Michelob Ultra Arena at Mandalay Bay to see the showman, the takeover, Teofimo López, who has a feisty and fiery title challenger opposite him in Jamaine Ortiz.
Remember that surge you saw towards the end of that last round? You thought Ortiz was landing punches? Take a look at this. None of them punches really landed on Teofimo López. A lot of those shots are grazing blows, nothing solid, nothing solidly landed on him. Great defense right there from López.
Good upper body and head movement from Teofimo. So turtle shells for a moment. Through 3 rounds, Ortiz with a 12-9 edge in power punches. Let's check in with Bernardo.
Sense of urgency from Teófimo López's father says, look, first you got to move your head, but more importantly, start throwing combinations, and you've got to go to slow him down to the body.
Keep him up, keep him up.
That check hook is available for Ortiz. You see the lunging, you see the urgency. What comes with urgency sometimes is mistakes. Mistakes. You can force mistakes when someone is urgent and coming in. Take advantage of that. Ortiz right now doing a good job tactically, getting out, not allowing Teo to time up with anything. Oh, there it is. Found his timing. That's all it takes right there. 1 or 2 shots. Beautiful setup with the right hand down to the body. Sweeping with the left hook from Teófimo López.
Now inching forward, feints with the left hand to the body, tried to come with the right hand. Ortiz able to angle out of position, get out the side door to the right.
So Lopez seemingly right now is having some success, and he's starting to get the rhythm and the exit. He's starting to understand how Ortiz is starting to exit, how he's disengaging, and he's trying to take advantage of that now.
He backs off, looking for Ortiz to come forward.
Trying to draw him in now.
Yep. See if that right hand opportunity exists, as he does say, yeah, come on in. I'm going to put my back against this neutral corner. You come on in, and Ortiz does. Ortiz says, I will. And he digs to the body. Goes with a right hand, a short right hand upstairs against Teofimo.
These fights are about moments, Tess. That was a great moment right there for Ortiz. He said, okay, you want me to come in? That's a psychological battle going on as well. You want me to come in? I will. I will come in. Guess what?
There's a right hook from that southpaw stance against Teofimo. Remember, Teofimo, a check hook from Sandro Martinez, not a big puncher, scored a knockdown against him a couple fights ago.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours. Opzelura is the first and only FDA-approved prescription treatment for non-segmental vitiligo. Proven to help repigment skin over time, restoring what's yours. It's possible with a steroid-free cream that you can apply yourself.
Opzelura can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB or hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts occurred with Opzelura. In people taking JAK inhibitors, serious infections, increased risk of death, lymphoma, other cancers, and major cardiovascular events have occurred. The most common side effects were acne and itching where applied.
Repigmentation is possible. Ask your dermatologist today about starting or refilling Opzelura.
Tim, take us through some of the success Teofimo had offensively in that last round.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Teofimo is finally starting to get his rhythm, finding the right moment to land that shot right there, closing off that exit of Ortiz. Ortiz likes to exit left towards that weak side. This time he meets him with the left hook on the inside. Ortiz took it well, give him credit. However, if he continued to take those type of punches, he could end up on the canvas.
Mark Kriegel, how do you score it?
39-37, 3 rounds to 1, all close, not particularly eventful, but Jamaine Ortiz has done more to establish what he wants to do in this fight. I thought he answered the challenge, the invitation to the corner very well last round.
I'm letting you know right now, Tessa, if I was to formulate a game plan for Ortiz, this is exactly what it would have been right here. The southpaw stance, inviting Teo. Teo doesn't fight that well coming forward. He fights better, and he takes advantage of fighters that are aggressive and come towards him. As of right now, he's trying to hold it together mentally. I see him, but he's having a hard time tracking down Ortiz. And Ortiz is having a field day right now from the outside. The question is, can Teo figure it out? Can he dart in at the right time, Tess, and catch Ortiz? That's the question right now. I'm waiting on it. He may get it, he may not, Tess.
Bernardo, what are they saying in the corner of Ortiz?
Rocky Gonzalez is very happy with the performance from Ortiz. They say you can keep winning this fight with just one hand. Keep moving, keep him turning. You keep him moving all fight.
That's what he's continued to do here in round number 5, employing that strategy.
Then he gets along the ropes and then he ties up Teo, not allowing Teo to work in close. Great tactical work right here.
Teofimo trying to shoulder bump him to create a little bit of space.
Working there.
You can see the frustration from Lopez.
Yep, see the frustration.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals.
Where he believes Ortiz is going to go. He got to, he has to set up his attack. You're just not going to walk straight in on Ortiz. Ortiz has a great game plan. He's executing it at the moment, but you got to set him up. You got to set traps for him. You see, he keeps moving to his left, keeps moving to his right, excuse me. Again, he X's again. He leaves that open for him. Force him to his right. Make him use his backhand, which is the left hand.
Constant movement and boxing from Ortiz.
See,
saw how
again,
low those connect percentages were that were just flashed up moments ago.
Again, not cutting off the ring. Good counter right there from Lopez, but not enough. Needs to put him in combinations.
Lopez has only landed 20.
To me, southpaw stance. You fought a southpaw.
Stop. Good, we're good.
In your last fight, and you're not able to cut off the ring on the southpaw. You got to get that lead foot outside of his to corner him, not allow him to get around to that outside, and walk left towards that way to force him back right. He does it there, but he don't have the setup shot after, which is the right hand. You want to move him towards your right hand.
Ortiz's nickname's the Technician, and he's living to it right now. And again, Teofimo backs off and says, come to me. Come on, play along. There's a power hand from Ortiz.
Another counter attempt right there from Lopez, but not enough. He's countering one shot at a time, one punch at a time. He needs more combinations.
And there are limited opportunities for those.
Yes, because again, Ortiz again, getting on his bike and he's gone. He punches and he leaves.
There's a counter right hand.
But that was set up there.
It was. Teofimo constantly trying to close the gap and corral Ortiz. Ortiz using the lateral movement, flicking that southpaw jab.
Lopez has to keep pressuring, keep pressuring, keep pressuring. Hoping for that Ortiz will gas out a bit. Lopez taunting Ortiz.
You'll love this. So much space. Wait till you see the kitchen. Oh, another door. Oh, another door. You can really get lost in this place. Pretty sure we are.
Oh boy.
Where are we? Oh,
Where's the kitchen?
is this a bedroom?
At least we could bundle our home and car insurance with Geico.
You could save a lot.
Square footage is good for resale.
Finding a perfect home is hard. Thankfully, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save.
Do you know how to get out?
I love your nervous smile, your giant heart, and knowing what melts you.
You're just listening into the corner of Teófimo López Sr., the father of the world champion, who is asking his son to throw more punches and combinations, but was an elusive target with Ortiz, but typically with Lopez, even with the counter punching, he's throwing multiple punches. Nearly 40% of his punches thrown come in combinations. That's fourth highest among all elite fighters in boxing. Round number 7 here. And you saw at the end of that 6th round the frustration of Lopez. He's playing to the crowd. Teofimo, this is what happened at the bell. As he was playing to the crowd, didn't leave the ring, and saying, this is what happened at the end of the last round, saying, hey, come on, let's get this guy to fight. Engage here. But it's been a strategy for Ortiz that has worked out well through the first half of the fight, Tim.
Absolutely. And Lopez is hoping for Ortiz to slow down. Ortiz using his legs, being very strategic in there, choosing his spots wisely, when to fight, when not to, tying up Lopez. It's frustrating, again, when you can't land your offense on your opponent. Think about Floyd Mayweather, guys that faced him. It's frustrating, it's humiliating, and that's what's happening right now with Lopez.
Stop. Time.
Out the head clash.
Yep, you can see blood coming from the left eye.
Accidental headbutt. See the doctor.
And you see the position is not good. Watch this. There's the clash right there. And that blood is gushing down above the eye. And that's a bad spot for Ortiz.
That happens with Southpaw versus Orthodox. Usually that happens. Power hands line up on the same side, so does the heads.
Mike Basil is the cutman, veteran cutman, one of the very best in the business for Jamaine Ortiz. But when you got righty versus lefty, he's prone to head clashes.
Same exit, the same exit. Teo still hasn't figured it out yet.
Once again, Ortiz able to get away from that work from Teofimo.
Yeah, but Tess, it's not the headshots he needs to look for. He needs to look for the bigger target. He needs to look for the body.
Yeah, slow him down.
Focus on the body. Focus on the body. But again, another strategic move right here from Ortiz, tying him up, not allowing him to work. Looping left hand over the top, partially blocked by Teo. It's like Ortiz may be winning the match, but he's not winning the fight. He's moving around the ring and he's boxing. He's looking sweet, but the crowd is not liking it at all.
Right hand from Teofimo.
There it is.
Follows it up. And now looking for that groove.
Good shot.
Giving angles and coming with the right uppercut. The right uppercut from Teofimo Lopez. Finding more of a rhythm. Blood coming from the mouth of Ortiz as well. There was the clash of heads that opened up that bad cut on the eye. But that uppercut may have caused damage to the mouth.
Relax and breathe. You're good. All right? You got to keep your hands up because he thinks he did something with that cut. That was a headbutt. He's coming with haymakers. So when you get slow, you got to fly and use your under and get out of there with your hands up. All right?
you feel? Double jab left all day, right? And when you get out of distance, hook out with him. But I need that hands up. When you touch him like you did in the beginning, we'll bring the fight somewhere else. So it looks clean, all right? Because they'll give him anything, even if he hits you in the glove. Little water.
That was the first time all night long that Teófimo López has hit double-digit connects. He had 11 punches landed in that 7th round, his best work of the night. 10 of those were power punches. He was 10 of 18 with his power punches.
And Teófimo López just missed his uppercut. You see him sneak outside. That's the brilliance and athleticism of Teófimo López. So he was squared up in that position, but the way he was able to get his head outside just missed the mark with that uppercut. If that would have landed, would have been some problems for Ortiz.
So they had to deal with the cut above the eye that came from a clash of heads. There's also blood coming from his mouth after the offensive output in that 7th round from Teófimo López.
So Ortiz is starting to move a little bit too much. Not a whole lot of offense coming back. Teo is starting to mount his attack little by little, inching closer and closer to Ortiz. And he hasn't really landed a big significant shot over the top besides that left hook. However, the body work that López is putting in is definitely paying good dividends. See Ortiz with his mouth open now, still moving. A little less than he was the last round. However, López still trying to create those moments for himself to be able to land his offense. Nothing landed there. Oh, check right hook from Ortiz.
He's had a few moments with the check right hook. So he's fully committed to that southpaw stance.
I'm just so puzzled. I'm just puzzled by the fact that López hasn't shut down that exit. Just pay attention to Ortiz moving to his right, Look, and there it is again. Hasn't set up a shot to cut that off. You can punch where he's moving or where he's going. That's part of cutting off the ring. Right, Teo seemingly cutting it off now. However, Ortiz is moving
there he
right.
goes to the right again.
But he's not setting up. He's not setting up the right hand.
Circling to his right, staying away from that power hand of the world champion.
Nice to relax. Right? Keep using your jab to bait them in, Jamaine. And then you could jab or hook out off them. When you turn that corner, you can throw a combination if you want, all right? Once you land, move. We're winning easy and clean. Boring, all right? Make it boring and box. And boxing beautiful. Little water. Deep breath, let it out slowly, baby. How you feel? It's a box all night, right? This is your fight. This is your belt. Keep boxing. You could have your feet in there and then reset and catch them, all right?
Ortiz consistently circling away, paltry connect percentage. He's only landed, Ortiz has only 16% of his total punches as we are through 8 rounds. And through 8 rounds, Mark Kriegel, how do you score it?
77-75, 5 rounds to 3. Ortiz, he has studied Sandor Martin to great effect. It may not be the fight the fans want, but it's the fight that Ortiz wanted. Listen, Lopez is a better athlete. He's way more powerful, but to this point, he's getting outboxed. I think it might have changed in the 7th round, however.
Timmy, Mark mentioned Sandor Martin. That was Heisman night of 2022, when it was, in the eyes of many, a very controversial decision that went for Teófimo López. One of his more lackluster nights of his career. In fact, Sandor Martin scored a knockdown of Teófimo López. It was in the 2nd round, and then the 7th round almost appeared to score another knockdown, but it went as a decision win for Teófimo.
He's following the same script as Sandor Martin and also Cambosis. The same script. Bring Teo towards him. Bring Teo towards him. He will make mistakes. He will get frustrated. He will commit. I will exit. I will counter him on the way in. However, as of right now, I see a whole lot of movement. Not enough punching from Ortiz. Not enough punching. And so these rounds right here where it's a very low and who do you think the judges are going to give it to? The guy that's coming forward, being the aggressor, trying to dictate. If you can't choose between the punches, the significant or more effective punches being landed by both guys, you go to ring generalship. Well, who's doing that? Teo is coming, controlling, coming forward, and dictating the pace.
Ortiz turns the corner against Teófimo, fires off a combination.
Same story. Over and over. Rinse, wash, and repeat.
There's a slip there as Teófimo came surging in towards that neutral corner on the attack against Ortiz. Teófimo's family, his son Teofimo, the 5th, such a huge part of his life, and he has cited in the course of the past year, time spent with his family has made such a difference.
Tess, Ortiz played me. He played. He really did. He played so stupid in the fighter meeting. Like he had no clue of what he was doing. Game plan, everything. I asked him certain questions. He went the opposite way. He didn't want no one to know his game plan. I even asked him about the southpaw. Are you going to start in the southpaw stance? He said, I do it sometimes. I don't know when I'm going to do it.
Yeah, he's done it since the opening bell, successfully. At least defensively. We have paltry numbers when it comes to offensive output and accuracy. Ortiz is only landing 17%. Lopez only landing 20%.
And you see, and this is the fight that Ortiz has to fight. It's a boxing match. He's outboxing Teo at the moment because he's not going to win the power battle. He's not going to win the exchanges on the inside or at mid-range, and he knows that.
Stop.
Nice short uppercut on the inside right there. Perfectly timed by Teo.
So check hook again.
And the conditioning on Ortiz is right, as of right now, is brilliant. This is the 10th round, and he's still moving like it's the first round.
Stop. Good.
And Ortiz continues to box and stay away and circle and make Teofimo come to him, frustrate him when he can. But he himself is not creating a lot of offense, not creating a lot of separation. He's going to depend on the judges appreciating what he's doing, but his connect percentage is just at 17% himself. I mean, the offensive numbers of this fight to this point are not typical of what we have seen for a Teofimo Lopez fight. Lopez landing 51, Ortiz landing 54. That's it. That's where we're at.
And it's all because Lopez doesn't know how to cut off the ring. That's the reason why, Tess.
Nothing has really changed since the opening bell.
And that Cuban trainer that Ortiz hired got him ready for this fight.
Got Jose Rodriguez assisting in the corner with Rocky Gonzalez.
Absolutely.
Ortiz was quick to say it's the best camp and the best corner he's ever had. Right now, all he has to do is box for 6 more minutes and then put it in the hands of the judges. Steve Weisfeld, Tim Cheatham, and David Sutherland, veteran judges.
Ooh, big right hand right there.
To open up around 11.
Double right hand from Teo. You rarely see that. Righty versus lefty, double right hands like that. He has that ability to change speeds, change gears, and do things like that with its athleticism.
His father, who's also his trainer, was telling him now is the time to do it. You have 6 minutes.
Ooh, straight left hand down the middle. Oh. See the urgency still from Teo. Still hasn't figured out how to cut off and trap Ortiz.
He's looking to draw him in. Ortiz has yet to take the full bait.
And then Ortiz controlling the space between them with his jab, whereas Teo doing absolutely nothing with his jab, just looking for one big shot to end the night. I'm curious to see them scorecards, Tess. I know we got a few more rounds to go.
Yeah, just because Teofimo is frustrated doesn't mean Teofimo is losing. As Jamaine Ortiz has struggled to put together any consistent offense himself. So it's going to be quite the task of these 3 judges.
Stop the break.
Trying to rally. You see the fans trying to rally Teo.
Greatest moment of his career came with a late rally. His 12th round against Vasily Lomachenko. Best offensive output anybody's ever had against Lomachenko. That is when he took the belts from Loma at 135 pounds.
More of the same. Teo trying to trap. There you see Ortiz exiting. Wash, rinse, and repeat. More of the same each round. Same thing.
We're going to have 1 round to decide this world championship. And we have only had one round where a fighter has even had double-digit connects, the 7th for Lopez.
Hold on.
Last round. He's gonna jump in desperate. A lot of shuffle, a lot of footwork, all right? You turn the corner, go forward from behind the fence. Throw them in front of your chin. With straight punching.
There is Mark Kriegel's scorecard. He has Ortiz up by 1 point as we go into this last round. Could Ortiz box his way to an upset victory in a lackluster offensive performance for both men?
Just touch. Good. Back up.
Teofimo Lopez came into this fight as a 7-1 favorite.
Tess, I tell you, that word great, we throw that word around a whole heck of a lot. But if Teo wants to be along that discussion, he's going to have to find a way to knock out this young man, Ortiz.
ESPN bet. Look at the current odds as this thing has come down with the reality of what Ortiz has been able to accomplish. Can Teofimo Lopez find a way here? Can Ortiz show enough? Pace quickening as Ortiz continues to circle to the right. There's a right hand, a short right hand from Teofimo.
Teo seems to have the eye of the tiger right now. He's stalking, he's looking for it. But again, the tactical brilliance right now of Ortiz. Not winning this round at the moment, however, he's stopping those surges coming from Lopez by just stepping in and tying them up.
Teofimo trying to corner in there. Fires off the right hand. And Ortiz tying up.
And again, Tess, to be considered great, you got to stay consistent. You got to be consistent all the way through. You just can't just be great one day. You got to continue to be great over and over, proving yourself over and over and over again.
I mean, Teofimo, the word consistent doesn't apply to his career concerning the roller coaster ride that we've seen. He's been on top of the world against Loma, a shocking loss to Kambosos, some out-of-the-ring drama that had him plateauing and not looking great when he went to 140, and then back up with the great ascent with a signature win against Taylor, and now this could be shocker. We will see.
Upset of the year. Upset of the year.
Well, let's see here, because Ortiz offensively has not put much forward, but defensively and applying the strategy and staying away and frustrating Teofimo, who never really found the answer at all. It'll be in the hands of the judges. Teofimo Lopez, as they meet in the center of the ring, and Ortiz willing to trade here on the clap, as he just came out southpaw, frustrated him, applied the strategy, and we will see which way it goes. The tactician, the title challenger, Jamaine Ortiz, who was confident all week long. And now the three judges, and let's show you who will decide this WBO Junior Welterweight and Lineal World Championship. Tim Cheatham, Nevada official. He was one of the judges for Teofimo's pro debut. He also scored Haney Lomachenko 115-113 for Haney in that thriller last year. He went with Haney there. David Sutherland has never judged a Lopez fight. And he worked the Ortiz win against Jamel Herring. He also was one of the judges for Haney Lomachenko and had it 115, 113. And then Steve Weisfeld, who I think many would consider currently to be the premier judge in the sport. He has worked 2 Teófimo López